Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Today I am going to showcase my Move It All deck. So obviously this deck is all about movement, which is another archetype in this game that is fun to play but really isn't the best. It gets outshined by a lot of things, but as I mentioned, it's fun to play, so I do want to showcase one on the channel. In it we have Human Torch, Iron Fist, Nightcrawler, Dagger, Kraven, Cloak, Doctor Strange, Polaris, Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man, Vision, Heimdall, and Magneto. So all these cards either move something or they get buffed from moving. So Human Torch, the first one, great card. And by great, I just mean I kind of love the art and its variant animations are great. But when it moves, you double its power. So most likely not playing on turn one. With this one, hopefully your turn two is Iron Fist. After you play your next card, move it one location to the left. So a great turn two with this deck is Iron Fist right into Human Torch. So you got Human Torch up to 4 really quickly. Nightcrawler just in there, mostly for Miles Morales Spider-Man, to where if a card moves last turn, this cost 1. So if you have Nightcrawler down there, you can kind of get your Miles Morales to 1 really whenever you want. Dagger just get a buff to be a 2/2, so not great stat line, except when this moves to a new location, +2 power for each card your opponent has there. So again, a turn 3 with Iron Fist and Dagger wouldn't be too bad. Kraven, when a card moves here, get +2 power. Cloak on reveal next turn, both players can move cards to this location. So if you have a turn one Iron Fist, or sorry, turn one Iron Fist actually wouldn't be too bad. Turn two Human Torch, so you have a 1/4 Human Torch. Turn three, you can then get down Cloak, so you're moving Human Torch again on turn 4 till you get it to 1/8, and then maybe on turn 5 you can get Doctor Strange out there on reveal, move your highest power cards to this location, so most likely don't have another 8 power out there that you can throw Doctor Strange into down and get a 1/16 Human Torch. Polaris, which on reveal moves an opposing 1 or 2 cost card to this location. Spider-Man, as I said, Miles Morales. If a card moves last turn, costs 1. Vision, just again something you can move around, and kind of change how your opponent's looking. Heimdall on reveal, move all cards 1 location to the left, and then Magneto on reveal, move all 3 to 4 costs to this location. 3 to 4 cost cards to this location. So the reason I actually put Polaris and Magneto in this one, typically when you start playing move cards, your opponent will start really focusing on the middle and the right lane. Because as you saw, most of these, especially Heimdall is the big drop at the end, will move everything to the left. So they try to win middle and right, because typically your right lane becomes weak. So what you can do then, instead of playing Heimdall, I can start taking their stuff and moving it over to the left and keep they won't be as big, obviously, because I won't be moving things as much, but I can keep my middle and left lane big and kind of confuse them and start putting these down in the right and shift their stuff around versus shifting my stuff around and throw them off. And obviously, 3/5 is a pretty good stat line, and 6/12 is a good stat line. So it gives it a little bit different of a play that'll be pretty unexpected, I think, in most move decks. It also helps, for some reason you have super flow and you can play this on 5, it'll trigger Miles Morales, but also Polaris can trigger Miles Morales. So with that said, let's get into some gameplay. As I said, move not the best. When it works, it's great. For the most part, it can get shut down pretty quickly. A Cosmo just in one link can screw you up. Here I am saying you shouldn't play Human Torch on 1 really. But given that it's the Raft, I might have to. I'll just skip it though. I didn't play anything, which I probably should have since I had the Cloak here. We'll go Kraven. And then turn 3 now. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll snap. We can do that, and we can just do that. All right, there's a win. Interesting. I do feel like lately I've been running into a lot more bots that have perfect counters and know like exactly what I'm going to do because after I snap and make a play, a lot of quick retreats as soon as I hit that button. Or, I get like, to turn 6 and they have a random rogue in their deck that loses because I'm running a toxic and it steals my Luke Cage. Something that just doesn't make sense. Ooh, this is good for us. Cards cost 1. We're going to go basically the same thing. Obviously, just a turn ahead. So now this is going to be a 4. I'm not going to want to play Miles Morales now. Oh, I guess I could. And I'll just have the Doctor Strange flip first. Will it actually go like this? That puts it to 4. That puts 9. So Doctor Strange will pull them both over here, which is, I think, okay. So double it up to. And you moved both those. Double, so it's actually just going to pull everything over here. This is going to give me a pretty big Craven and a pretty big Human Torch. This is a decent start. I know obviously this is full now, so I can't really move Human Torch again. That kind of sucks. That, and I'll pull one of theirs in here just to throw them off. Yeah, 23 power obviously on turn 3 isn't too bad. Shift one of these out. So they're most likely going to have a Hela, so this could potentially be a deck that obviously will outshine us. That's good for us. Now that I got the 29 here, I'm honestly going to try to stick to these two. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to move you and you. I'm going to snap. This actually will be really good for us now that I think about it. So when this, I play you here, shifts that, it shifts all that. These, it's going to pull off both of these. So you're losing a good amount of power here. To where then when I sneak all this in, that doesn't matter to me at all. You're going to get the Agatha back, but I'm not caring about this lane anymore. So here, the Elysium really made this good for us. No, I don't want to play. Because if I play Nightcrawler here at all, it stops all 4 of these from moving, which means Human Torch won't be shifting over to get to the 16 that we'll have 16 power, Human Torch. So what, get another or something? This will be huge. So yeah, 14 power. Well, this is what I'm talking about. An Agatha deck that has a Shang-Chi. I feel like that's not very normal. Obviously, Shang-Chi is a big card. A lot of people run it, but it's just like I've had too many of these happen where they get the perfect play and perfect card and I lose. Quite annoying. Yeah. Okay. That's annoying. All right, let's get another one. That obviously was kind of best as I could hope for to work out, minus the Shang-Chi at the end. All right, turn 1 Iron Fist isn't too bad, especially since I have weird, and I feel like my locations have been weird too. I've had a few times where the same one has been in this been here from the get-go. I actually probably should have played this over here, right? I think Bar Sinister. Play, look, copies. I'm gonna test this. It's gonna play. It's gonna hit. It's gonna be a 4. I'd love to see if I get a bunch of 4s here. How's this gonna work? Yep, and it's the 4. Okay, so just kind of want to see how that worked. Now I will want, kind of okay with that. So right now, okay, so cloak's good for me. I'm gonna snap. Honestly, gonna move 3 of these over. Oh, do I want to play this and move 2? Yeah, I think I'm gonna play Craven and move 2. Sucks that we're getting some rocks there, but oh, actually, is Craven worth it if I move to? Craven goes up to 6. I do happen to get the Heimdall. We'll go up. This one will go up to 8. So we'll do that. Screw up your bar sinister. Oh no. Ooh, do I move it all over? Yeah, that might actually work. Oh no. Yeah, because it'll hit 3, kind of shift everything over. A priority, which is good. Screw up whatever they were thinking. Another good thing about Polaris, works great. Obviously, as you can see, this one's will work pretty well in Bar Sinister, even if this is a kind of crummy card. It's a Shuri, so they can't make a card as big as they want it. I think I just do this. Oh, actually, do I? Then I just get the 8 power there. That shifts, that shifts. Even if I play Heimdall, then nothing moves. You know what? I think I'm still gonna do it since I don't have the Heimdall in hand, and I want this 7 power. So they're only doubling something, which is great. They were gonna make it huge. They're going away. So yeah, that's what makes Polaris even a better card is um places like Space Throne. If that was there, obviously I just screwed up their Bar Sinister. Got a little lucky there since all their cards were 1 or 2 cost. Um, but if there was a Space Throne, you typically would have played something turn 1 or turn 2, and if you drop your Polaris down turn 3 into a Space Throne, you can fill their Space Throne with what will be most likely a lower power card and mess them up. Gotta win yourself Space Throne, unless you know they have a Killmonger. Get out. Gonna do this. Gonna Polaris, so at least I'll take 1 of these, and then they only have 1. Well, only, I guess maybe 2 Hulks, depending on how it goes. Steal 1 of them. Oh, that's even better for us. Probably won't have any Hulks. Ah, oh, man, that could have been good. Still get 1 Hulk. Oh, it's 3. I couldn't have taken that. Interesting. I think this will still count as filling it once I get it in there, which is good. Get 15 into there. Moved it. Ugh, which then gives you a fill too. Have any ongoing, which stinks. But I do get more buffs on that, which is helpful. I have another Shuri. Just gonna do that and that. You're gonna shift anyways. Gives me 15, 20 here. Even if they don't play anything here, it's still 27, so it'll be hard for them to put it in. Not gonna snap because it could potentially scare them off since they don't have anything else on board. I would assume at this point a death would probably come down. Actually, did they do? No, death 7 right now. So maybe a She-Hulk will come down, which is a 20. They didn't skip, so they can't do. This actually helps. He's going to get a huge buff. Fast forward was at 14 power, 14 power. I don't have any ongoing, so that doesn't help. Was not expecting that at all, but still won. I think, yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, that was not a deck I would expect Galactus in. Oh, that's why. Got it from the raft. Okay. Since I didn't have anything there, it was worth the shot. Since they knew they were going to get the Wolverine too. Unfortunately for them, though, probably should have guessed that I'd put something there. But we'll do one more. You know, considering a Heimdall play. Even if I played Heimdall in the middle, I guess then I only have the Vision over there for 7. So yeah, I guess that was worth a shot for them since they got it. I guess what I was planning on doing was better. Our Doctor Strange, that doesn't help us too much there. The Danger Room, really have to play into it. This actually is probably a decent location for us to be over here on the left. I have plenty of stuff to move. I think I'm actually going to go with Dagger to have that down right here. So I'm not going to Doctor Strange it over. Oh, no, I'm Doctor Strange. Ooh, can I still going to Doctor Strange the Dagger over just to get buffs on this happening. Another Agatha? Oh, is this the same person? Maybe this wasn't a bot. Now I know you probably have a Shang-Chi. That, and that. Get 18 into there. Get destroyed. But what would this end up being? 8, 15, 19, 20 something. So let's pretend that 11, 6. I mean, I'm going to run it. Don't think we're going to win this. Oh, actually, no, this one's coming over. I got to do that first. Egger's staying there. So then this middle location only becomes 2, 4, 7. Is even behind here. Don't have my dagger come over. No matter what I do, I can't get dagger over. This will all slide before he potentially gets destroyed. Run it anyway. See what happens. This probably would have been a better one to drop Magneto in. Have anything there this time? We're tied here. I'm only up by 1 here. Would you look at that? There we go. All right, so I was wrong. Was not a bot before. They just happened to have it. Again, not really a card I expect too much in Agatha decks, because don't get Agatha discarded. The chance just played randomly on turn 4, um, versus the Jubilee. But there you go. There's some move. Actually worked out fairly better this time than I thought. We didn't run into Cosmos, which is great. We obviously got screwed that one time to this pesky Shang-Chi, by someone who definitely is not a bot, which is honestly shocking, kind of seeing what they're playing. But yeah, move. It's really fun to play, especially when it works. Can get, so Human Torch got pretty big that one time. I got a few big Cravens in there, got big daggers in there. But again, there is a bit that can counter it fairly easy. And it still just doesn't have a ceiling that some other decks can be in. Particular, like Agatha ones usually run bigger cards. It's a bit of a shocking deck, because you do want wave turn 3 is typically, what I see. I guess 2 chances to get Agatha out of your deck. So for those that don't know, actually, I should say Agatha starts in your hand and she plays your cards for you. And then as soon as Agatha can be played, she plays herself. Yeah, that's why, especially if you're going to run the Lady Sif to get rid of Agatha, versus the wave to play Agatha on turn 4, you would think that you'd be a bit more of a discard deck and, have a Hela to play at some point to bring it back. They did have the Ghost Rider. But yeah, there's move. It's a fun one to play, just like bounce. Not quite as good. But there are some cards in the wings that should make move a little bit better. And you can just kind of Google what's coming up. It's Nimrod, Ghost Spider, and I think there's one more escaping me. They all help the move. You see here, you usually have to play the stuff ahead of time, get it to go, or sorry, after the fact. And these kind of help a little bit. Well, but yeah, there you have it. Move, fun one to play. Might try climbing with this one a little bit. I'll let you know how it goes. Hoping to hit 60 very soon, which actually I hit 60 and drop down, but hit 60 soon next couple days. So I have a week then to get up to that 70, which is what I'm for at the end of it. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. Peace out, YouTube.